Alright, I'm Joshua Kemble. This is my Vloggins that I record when I'm commuting on my way to where I work as an art director full-time. When I'm not working as an art director full-time, I'm doing freelance illustration or graphic design. And I've been a professional graphic designer and illustrator for over 15 years. And I also work on my own comics. And mainly making like graphic novels that are autobiographical in nature. And you can check out like my first graphic novel, 2 Stories, which you can order on Amazon or any online bookseller, or ask your local independent bookstore to order it through Ingram. So 2 Stories, book 1, order it, and that's all my plugs out of the way. What is this? This is my vlog where I talk about my own creative process. I document a little bit just about my life, and overall, you know, talk about mainly where I'm getting at to get towards my creative goal. And right now my biggest creative goal is finishing 2 Stories book 2, which will be the sequel and the final book of the 2 Stories series. 2 stories, 2 books, 2 styles. That's kind of the thought. All right, so yeah, so today was pretty good. I'm waking up, I'm kind of heading to work, and yesterday I wasn't able to touch anything on my comic. I didn't get to do a live stream. I didn't get to work on 2 Stories book 2. It was actually my birthday, which was cool. I'm not like a big birthday guy. And I'm also not one of those people who's gonna pretend like I don't care about birthdays. Like, sure, it's fun to celebrate birthdays, but I tend to be a person who I don't really make a big deal about my birthday. And especially like at a workplace or something like that, like I kind of prefer people just not even knowing that it's my birthday. But yeah, so yesterday we've been starting this thing, like a little Bible study with friends of ours, because we've just not been fans of a lot of the local churches. And as Christians, like, we've been looking for community with other Christians where we can, like, we take our belief and our faith very seriously, but also we're not like bought and sold by a political party. And I think that's really important, especially in a town where it feels like a lot of these corporate churches and stuff are bought out by a certain political party. And so yeah, so we started this thing where it's kind of like our own little church in a weird way. And we're going to be meeting up every Tuesday to just talk about, you know, our beliefs and stuff like that. So, and pray and, you know, just hang out and eat dinner and stuff. So, yeah, so yesterday was the first of those meetings where we've been doing them on like online over Skype for a while, and now it's like the first time that we've been able to like actually do it in person, and it was really fun. My family who are part of this thing, my family locally here, made me a birthday cake, and that was really cool. And then by the time I got home, I was beyond exhausted because I'd done a couple late night streams working on 2 Stories, and so I was like, I could either like stay up and work and then be not functional tomorrow, or I need to just crash and then I can be functional tomorrow. So I opted for the latter. So yeah, so that was pretty cool. The only other thing, let's see here. So I mentioned this on my Vloggins yesterday, but I'll mention it today's too. I have 2 in-store signings coming up. The first one is on the 2nd of June, and that one's going to be at Bases Cards and Comics in Lancaster, California, where I'll be signing books. Hopefully I'll have a lot of my giveaway material shipped in time. But I'm hoping to do like giveaway postcards and stickers, and then do drawings for people and stuff like that. So fingers crossed that everything arrives in time and everything kind of works out. The nice thing is it's about a week out, so I think it might actually work out. I also am excited because I had completely forgotten about Memorial Day, and so because of Memorial Day, I'm able to still get Monday clear. which is awesome because I enjoy having my Mondays, and also get the time off to do the signings that I need to do, which is super awesome. So that's happening. Let's see what else. Tomorrow should be good. It's a good Artcasters. Scott already has a guest lined up. Off the top of my head, I'm not going to be able to say who the guest is because I'd have to double check, but it's pretty cool. He's got it booked. And then I think the week after on Artcasters, we're going to have my buddy Kevin on, which I'm really excited about too. That's pretty much like what I have going on. What I want to do right now though is like figure out what I need to do tonight. So my hope tonight would be to make I need to sometime this week make like some e-flyers for the event, for the signing, and maybe like Facebook events or something. The only thing I dislike about the idea of making Facebook events is like inviting everybody and their mom to your event, even though like half the people I know don't even live in California on Facebook. So it would be weird to like invite people who live in a totally different state to like Lancaster, California to a signing. So I got to think about that more, but I definitely need to start making moves towards, you know, making some kind of flyer or something like that for both events. I forgot to mention the second event, which is on the 3rd. I'm going to be doing a signing at Voodoo Vinyl in Lancaster. There's 2 locations. There's one in Newhall and one in Lancaster, California. I'm doing the one in Lancaster, California. Yeah, so that's something I need to do. And I really need to get the next page thumbnailed for 2 Stories Book 2. And am feeling gradually more and more encouraged with the progress I'm making on it, because I'm almost to the 3rd point. So I break my projects into little micro increments, like quite often. This time I'm doing a lot of things in bulk that I didn't do before. Like I used to do like full script for a chapter. I'd have my story arc first, like totally worked out. Then I would script chapter by chapter. I'd get those proofread, edited, like do different drafts until it was a good draft. And then I would do page by page till I finished that chapter. And each page I would do a thumbnail, I would do a tight rough, I would do photo references, panel borders, type, all of that on Illustrator. Then I would basically, once I had all that worked out, I would draw it, like, and then I would, so doing pencils, and then I would do inks, and traditionally, and ink all of it. But the downside is, of working that way is like I'd have to reset every page, that process, and then every chapter I would have to reset and go into writing mode, which was nice for like keeping things fresh, but it was also I don't know if it was as efficient as the way I'm going to try to do it now, where now what I'm doing with 2 Stories is trying to do things in bulk. So I actually wrote the entire script for the whole book, got it proofed, went through all the iterations of revisions, and then from there I'm now doing thumbnails for the entire book, and I'm mixing my thumbnails and my tight roughs, so that I'll basically be able to do the panel borders and type for the whole book, and then the photo references for the whole book, and then penciling for the whole book, and then inking as the last stage for the entire book. So I think by doing that process, I'm going to actually get the book done quite a bit quicker than the last one, which took me about 5 years. But that may not be the case, but that's my hope and what I really think will happen. So what's neat is if I get this done, I'm pretty much like a third of the way done with the work that I need to do for this book. And that's a really exciting milestone. And I do think having milestones that you need to reach, and like trying to celebrate those milestones as you're doing art is a really good way, especially on a big project like a graphic novel. I think it's really important to have like, hey, when I get to this point, I don't know, I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back, or I'm gonna buy a beer, or whatever it is that, you know, you can do to kind of reward yourself, to keep yourself invested in the process and kind of invested in reaching milestones rather than finish lines. Finish lines super important, but the point being, like, if you lose your morale on the way to the finish line because you didn't celebrate the milestones that it takes to get there, then you may just stop, like do dead stops and work and starts and in fits and starts, where you're just kind of, you know, like you're very productive and then it's like no productivity, and then very productive and no productivity. So for me, that's like a tactic that I use, and something I'm doing on this second book. And like I said, I'm really excited as I get closer and closer to reaching that milestone. So that's first and foremost what I need to get done tonight. And then if I can, which I may not have time, honestly, I might have to wait till the weekend to make those flyers. But if I can, I'd like to definitely if I can, I definitely would like to get those flyers, but mainly tonight I just need to get one page thumbnailed for 2 Stories book 1 and book 2. That's basically it. That's what's on my mind. I will say, let's see, anything else? Yeah, I think that's it. Everything else is just a waiting game right now. Like the stuff I ordered for my booth, it's just, you know, some of it might come down to the wire just to see if it comes in, but it does look like most of it will come in. I'm not sure about the stickers getting there in time for these 2 events, but the nice thing is, even about that, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm going to be doing a lot of these events, and so hopefully, like, this is just the start. Hopefully I can make some of these events like on weekends, because I think that's better for, you know, people who work full-time like I do. It's hard to make it to an event that's like, you know, midweek on a work day. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that's on my mind. And then I will say, Girl in a Band by Kim Gordon. I've been listening to that book. It's so good so far. It's super interesting. It just gives you a lot of backstory to like Sonic Youth and stuff like that, and it's just super interesting. So yeah, so that's basically it. And I will probably, hopefully, do a live stream tonight too. I said that on yesterday's Vloggins, which I posted this morning, and I feel like it'd be a real shame if I say that 2 days in a row and don't end up doing a live stream. But I have a feeling I'll be able to do that, you know, with little issue. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm Joshua Kemble, and you can check out my work at joshuakemble.com. You can buy 2 Stories book 1 on Amazon.com by Joshua Kemble. And if you haven't yet, I highly recommend it. People really enjoy the book, and it's at a reduced cost. So it's like I think over 50% off on Amazon, which is pretty amazing. And that'll basically do it. So I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.